In a peaceful village in Liberia, where people believed family was the greatest blessing, there lived a young girl named Hope Corley. She had two brothers, two sisters, a mother. To everyone outside their home, the Corley family looked like a happy family. But behind their walls, Hope lived a different reality.
Another morning has come. God, please give me strength.
Before the first light touched the village sky, Hope was already working.
God, please give me strength.
While her brothers and sisters slept peacefully, she carried responsibilities far beyond her age.
I must be strong for my family.
My body is tired, but my family needs me. Hope, tie my shoelaces. Okay, Father.
In my own family, I was never treated like a daughter. Instead, I was treated as though my only purpose in life was to serve them as nothing more than a domestic servant. I gave them my love, my strength, and my time, yet I was never shown the love, care, or respect that every daughter deserves.
Study hard. One day you will have a good future. My parents pushed me to sacrifice my own life so my brothers and sisters could chase their dreams. They celebrated their ambitions, invested in their future, and made sure they never lacked opportunities. But somewhere along the way, they forgot that I had dreams too. My dreams mattered just as much as theirs.
There was never a moment to rest, never a moment to play, never a moment to simply be a child. Her brothers played, her sisters laughed, but Hope worked every single day.
I have to sell this firewood for my family. Firewood for sale! Please, I need to sell this! It hurts, but I can't show it.
Get away! We don't want your filthy wood!
I have to be strong for them.
Years passed, and Hope grew into a young woman. But growing older did not bring freedom. The responsibilities only became heavier. While others moved forward with their lives, Hope remained trapped inside the same home where she had spent years serving.
Hope, make sure everything is ready before I leave.
Yes, Father.
And after cooking, wash all the clothes. The house must shine before you think about resting.
Yes, Mom.
Hope learned that silence was sometimes the only way to survive. She swallowed her pain because nobody listened to her voice.
When the housework was finished, Hope entered the forest. She searched for firewood to sell at the village market. Every piece of wood she carried represented another sacrifice.
One day, things will change. One day, my life will become better.
That girl works harder than anyone I know. She carries the responsibility of an entire family.
For several kilometers, Hope carried heavy firewood on her head.
She carried more than wood. She carried the hopes of family that do not show gratitude.
How much for the wood?
$5, ma.
The money she earned was never for herself. She used every coin to support the people who failed to appreciate her.
Hope, you always buy food for your family. When do you buy something for yourself?
My family needs me.
But who takes care of Hope? Father bought this food. Our family always has food because Father provides. They believed everything came from their father. They never knew the young woman they ignored was the reason they survived many difficult days.
Hope, your younger brother's school fees are overdue.
How much is needed?
$20.
I will bring it tomorrow.
Whenever her parents said they had no money, Hope found a way.
She provided school fees. She provided food. She provided comfort. But nobody provided love for her.
Hope, look what you have done.
Mother, I am sorry. It slipped from my hand.
You are always careless.
Please, Mother.
The broken plate was small, but the pain it caused was much bigger.
Why am I treated like I don't belong? Why was I born if nobody loves me?
Every night, Hope cried silently. She carried wounds nobody could see. Her body healed, but her heart continued to hurt.
Hope was not weak. She was surviving. Every morning she woke up because kindness lived inside her heart. She continued helping the same people who hurt her, because kindness was the only language she knew. Hope, it's time you knew the truth. The secret you've carried, child.
How do you know?
We see your worth. You are strong.
I never thought I could be.
Now you can.
Many years had passed. I had carried my pain for so long that suffering had become my normal. I had forgotten what it felt like to be cared for. I had forgotten what it felt like to be called precious, to be cherished, to be truly loved. Because, in my own home, my parents never made me feel like I was worthy of their love. Breakfast is almost ready.
It smells wonderful, Hope.
I'll help after I put these down. We're heading out soon. Safe.
Her brothers completed school. Her sisters found new homes. Everyone moved forward, but Hope remained behind. Then came one rainy afternoon, an ordinary day that would change Hope's life forever.
There she goes, Miami. I see her. The rain is heavy. Hope has a strong spirit. She will find her way. We raised her well. She carries our love. May the ancestors guide her steps. That young woman. I have known her since she was a little child. Who are you talking about? Hope Colley. She's been through so much. I watched that girl grow up. She has carried burdens no child should carry. That family has always looked happy from outside. Outside, yes, but inside that home, that girl suffered. They call her their daughter, but they treat her worse than a servant. How can parents allow such pain? Sometimes people see a person's work, but they forget to see their heart.
For the first time in her life, someone saw her pain. Someone recognized her sacrifice. Someone understood her story.
Someone noticed. Someone knows what I have been through. Those simple words from strangers touched a place inside Hope that had been silent for years. Who am I? For years I believed their words. They said I was useless. They said I was nothing. My parents made me believe I only existed to work. But maybe they were wrong. Her eyes tell her whole story, so much pain. I am a survivor. I am not worthless. She saw the little girl who had suffered. She saw the young woman who had survived. She finally understood something important. I am not worthless. I am not invisible. I deserve better. Those 3 words changed everything.
The sun rises.
Hope walks through the village carrying firewood. But today she looks different. Her steps are stronger. Her eyes have confidence. I still carry the same responsibilities, the same weight, the same hope. But something in me had changed. I found my own worth, deep and real, as a young woman, and I learned I was never meant to shrink. I learned I could stand. I learned I could breathe again. I cannot continue living a life where my heart is always broken. God has a purpose for me. Hope did not leave because she hated her family. She left because she finally understood that her life mattered. I have to find my own path.
Go on, child. Find your freedom.
In the embrace of her village, she found the courage to heal. I feel free. This is my new beginning. With courage in her heart, she walked towards the light. For many years, this small kitchen was the place where Hope cried alone. It was where she felt forgotten. It was where she questioned whether she was worthy of love. But today, she was not waking up to serve. She was waking up to choose herself. I gave this home my childhood. I gave this family my strength. I gave everything I had. But now, I must give myself a chance.
No one woke up. No one noticed. No one asked where Hope was going. Goodbye.
Hope walked away from the only home she had ever known. But she did not walk away with anger. She did not walk away with hatred. She walked away with courage. I don't know where this road will take me. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. But I know one thing. I will never again believe that I was born only to suffer.
She was leaving behind years of pain. She was walking toward a future she could not yet see. Young woman, are you all right?
Yes, Ma. I am just looking for a place where I can start again.
Every person deserves a place where they can breathe. Come with me. Eat, my child. You look like you have carried a heavy burden.
Thank you. That night, Hope experienced something simple, but something she had waited for her entire life. She was treated like a human being.
Hope discovered that leaving was not the end of her story. It was the beginning of a new chapter.
For so long, I believed my life had no value. But now I understand. My worth was never decided by how my parents treated me. I was always a daughter. I was always worthy of love. I was always enough.
Sometimes the strongest people are not those who fight back. They are the ones who survive unimaginable pain until they find the courage to walk away.
Hope was never just a servant. She was a daughter. She deserved love. She deserved respect. She deserved a seat at the table.
Survival, and hope. Hope was born into a family of 7. She had 2 brothers, 2 sisters, a father, and a mother. To the outside world, they looked like a happy family. Inside the walls of their home, Hope lived a very different life. She was never treated like a daughter. She was treated like a servant. Before sunrise each morning, while the rest of the family slept peacefully, Hope was already awake. She swept the entire compound, fetched water from a distant stream, washed dishes left from the night before, lit the firewood stove, prepared breakfast, and ironed school uniforms. Only after everyone else had eaten did she quickly wash the cooking pots before rushing to prepare her younger brothers and sisters for school. She tied their shoelaces, packed their school bags, walked them safely to school. Then she hurried back home because more work was waiting. There were clothes to wash by hand. The house had to be cleaned again. The yard had to be swept. Lunch had to be prepared. Animals had to be fed. There was never a moment to rest, never a moment to simply be a child. Her brothers played football with friends. Her sisters laughed together, but Hope worked every single day. No one thanked her. No one noticed her tired hands or her aching back. To her family, hard work was simply expected. Respect was given to everyone except Hope. Whenever food was served, the family gathered around the dining table. Her father sat proudly at the head of the table. Her brothers and sisters laughed while eating together. Hope was forbidden to join them. She stood quietly in the kitchen waiting. Only after everyone had finished eating was she allowed to scrape together whatever leftovers remained. Sometimes there was only cold rice, sometimes only soup, sometimes there was nothing. She learned to smile through hunger. As she grew older, life became even harder. Every morning after finishing the housework, Hope walked deep into the nearby forest. She collected heavy bundles of firewood. She carried them on her head for several kilometers to the village market. She sold the wood for a few coins.
Instead of buying clothes for herself, she bought rice, flour, cooking oil, vegetables, and soap for her family. She even paid some of her younger brothers and sisters' school fees whenever her parents claimed they had no money. Yet no one appreciated her sacrifices. Her brothers boasted that their father provided everything. No one ever mentioned Hope. She remained invisible. If a plate accidentally broke, if the food contained too much salt, if she returned home a few minutes late, her mother would beat her mercilessly, sometimes with a stick, sometimes with a belt, sometimes with whatever she could find. The beatings left bruises across Wonder's body. The words left even deeper scars. You are useless. You are nothing. You exist only to work. Those words echoed in her heart for years. At night, while everyone slept comfortably, Hope cried quietly on a thin mat in the kitchen. She often asked herself one heartbreaking question. Why was I born if no one loves me? Still, every morning she woke up and continued serving the same people who constantly hurt her. Not because she enjoyed suffering, but because kindness was all she knew. Years passed. Hope became a young woman. Her brothers completed school. Her sisters married. Each one moved forward with their lives. Hope remained behind, still cleaning, cooking, washing, and caring for her aging parents. Then one rainy afternoon, something happened that changed everything. Hope overheard two elderly women talking outside the market. One woman said, I have watched that girl since she was little. The way she suffers is heartbreaking. The family calls her a daughter, but they treat her worse than a servant. Hope froze. For the first time in her life, someone had seen her pain. Someone believed her life mattered. Tears rolled silently down her face. That evening, she looked at herself in a small, cracked mirror. For years, she had only seen the girl her family described. Worthless, hopeless, weak. But now, for the first time, she saw someone different. She saw a survivor. She whispered to herself, I deserve better. Those 3 words changed her life forever. The following morning, Hope packed her few belongings into a small cloth bag. She folded the only dress she owned. She placed her Bible inside. She looked one last time at the house where she had spent years in silent suffering. No one noticed she was leaving. No one asked where she was going. No one stopped her. She quietly walked through the front gate, not with hatred, not with revenge, but with hope. Because for the first time in her life, Hope was no longer walking to collect firewood. She was walking toward freedom. She did not know what the future held. She only knew one thing. She would never again allow anyone to convince her that she was born only to serve. From that day forward, Hope chose herself. She chose dignity. She chose peace. And although her childhood had been stolen, her future still belonged to her. Sometimes the strongest people are not those who fight back. They are the ones who quietly endure unimaginable pain until they finally find the courage to walk away. Hope was never just a servant. She had always been a daughter. She had always deserved love. She had always deserved a seat at the table.